Who do the Democrats have to be their candidate in 2028? Who do you think is going to be their candidate in 2028?
I think they're definitely going to throw up Newsom.
Oh, God. Throw up is about right.
Yeah. I just don't see them doing anybody but. I mean, he's been screaming basically it's his turn.
And that's one thing about the Democrats. It's always about whose turn it is. Not who's the best, not who the people want, except for Obama. Where Obama
But
went
they
ahead.
Complained they jumped a line on that one.
Yeah, they did complain that it was Hillary's turn. And, of course, when it was Hillary's turn, she lost.
Yeah.
I don't know. Newsom, here's the problem. California's a dump. I mean, go to San Francisco. What do you have? The town's painted brown.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
they've got streets full of human fecal matter just sitting there, hardening into coasters.
But remember, the Democrats only have to be good for the 15 minutes before the election.
That's what happened with Romney versus Obama. I mean, Romney at one point was winning that election, and then that hurricane happened, and you had the whole, hug-a-gate between Christie and Obama, which wasn't a big deal, but people went crazy on it. You appreciate the president for doing something. The problem was Romney stopped campaigning and he never caught back up to Obama. But I mean, I just think a 10, 12 second stroll through San Francisco or Oakland ends Gavin Newsom's chances at the presidency. He's a terrible governor, and I think he'd be a horrible president. All right.
Oh, yeah, he definitely would. Definitely.
All right. Who else is on the list?
Well, I mean, you could throw Kamala up there, but to be fair,
Mamala?
I think she's done.
Oh, she's
She
totally done.
could go. But if they want to throw it away because they know they can't, they could throw her back up there again.
When Jimmy Carter had passed away and it was Jimmy Carter's funeral, Obama and Trump were sitting right next to each other.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear what they were saying, but lip readers later on looked to see what they were saying. And Obama turned to Trump and said, "I knew you were going to win." Trump said, "Oh, you did? Really?" And Obama said, "Yeah, she's not a leader. She wasn't fighting for it. I knew early on she wasn't going to win." Yeah. So I think Kamala's just dead. I think she's dead in the water.
I think she's
no
a puppet.
chance.
She's a puppet just like Biden was.
Oh, yeah.
And I think everybody saw through that. Now they need to move on to another tack.
Well, the big question that never got answered, what was Kamala's biggest success as vice president? Like, what did she do? I think the cackle.
Could be the cackle. Could be the cackle.
The cackle is, just the cackle. Have you ever heard a cackle like that?
Yeah, I think it was that movie with the three witches.
Which movie was that?
I don't remember.
All right, so we go for the greatest candidate of all time, the absolute best of the best, the person who wants to be president so bad.
I know who you're talking about.
Who?
AOC.
AOC. I mean, the woman wants it.
Yes. Get those crazy eyes. Could you imagine those? I mean, when she's talking to like the prime minister of Britain or the president of India, just those crazy eyes, and then something comes out of her mouth. I mean, it would be great.
Oh, no. Yeah, I could see the negotiations between President AOC and the Dutch. So she'll sit there, she'll be like, "All right, you give us Greenland, and I will make you a vodka martini better than you've ever had before.
Stirred so you don't bruise the vermouth.
Shaken, not stirred."
No. It bruises the vermouth. You can't do that.
Oh, you can't do that?
No, it's terrible. Terrible.
Oh,
You can't have a
God,
shaken
no.
martini.
I mean, the dream team, the absolute dream team. AOC, Kamala Harris. The only question is, who's at the top of the ticket? I'm thinking AOC.
For entertainment value, I think you have to put Kamala up there. But I think AOC is the only one that would actually work.
And you know what's funny? There's people that actually want Kamala to run again. They're like, "Oh, no, there's always hope."
Oh, my God. It would be great. Could you imagine all the material we could get?
Oh, comedians would be going for a decade off of that. And what's funny, the funny thing is, people that are extreme on the left, it's not that she was just a bad candidate and she didn't really ever put together a platform or any policy that she could share. It was, oh, because she's a minority. Oh, she lost because she's a woman, because the world is racist and sexist and all the other garbage. Not that she was just a terrible candidate. I mean, sometimes, hey, Democrats, spoiler alert, you really need to self-evaluate and realize that Kamala was not good. Run AOC. That would be great.
But you know what? I think the one thing you have to remember is it's their turn.
It's their turn. It is their turn. Now, let me give you this name. This name, tell me what you know, because this name is coming up. Governor of Maryland, Wes Moore.
Background on this?
Here we
I'm
go.
the construction teacher who just pays attention to current events, and you're the guy who has his head buried in all this all the time.
According to ChatGPT, Wes Moore, a rising star in the party with a compelling personal story, military background, and strong oratory skills.
So he's been in the military and he can talk.
There you go.
That's all the Democrats need.
This is what
That's
they've
it.
got. I mean, they've got Pete Buttigieg, but he was an awful mayor, couldn't fill a pothole, couldn't get the buses going great. So what do? Can't do anything with transportation and the roads? Make him Secretary of Transportation. Oh, wait, all of a sudden you have all these container ships stuck outside the ports of like San Francisco and LA and San Diego. And so what's his job? Fix the problem. What is he doing? Taking time off to take care of his kid, which I'm sorry, if you're that high up, you need to give up certain things. Like you volunteered to be a public servant. That means you're giving up some personal stuff.
Yep.
You know, I mean, and like we teachers, I mean, we can take off.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
we don't get to just walk away. We're not a cashier at Walmart.
Well, we do get days off.
Yeah, but we have to do all the planning. Let's use that 12 weeks. Let's use that 12 weeks. Very honorable. I'm thrilled that he got 12 weeks off with his kid. I really am.
Yeah,
Okay.
people should be able to. But
Absolutely. I'm not saying anything against that. But as a teacher, if I get those 12 weeks off and I actually take them, then I have to tell the sub what to do for those 12 weeks. I have to still be in charge with a proxy.
True.
And also, I've run government jobs as the electronic engineer. And when I took time off, even when I didn't take time off, even when I was just away from my office, I had to basically elect a proxy to do what needed to be done. And they had to look to me and ask those hard questions, and I had to give them answers. That's what happens. When I ran construction sites, you didn't get to just be homesick. You didn't get to just take time off. You had to have a plan. And that plan would go to hell regularly. And you were required by your job, by your paycheck, by a higher source, whatever you want to call it, to help run that.
Yeah, and well, especially if you're running a nation.
Absolutely.
If you're running the nation, I'm sorry, but you volunteered to give up some of your personal life
Yeah.
for the good of the nation.
Yeah.
You can't just take off.
Not all of it, but some of it.
Okay, the best one, last one, probably the only other name that can really come up. I mean, I'm looking at this whole list of names and really like, no. You know, how about this one? Last one. Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, make her chief.
Oh, no, for sure. For sure. She should run. It'd be awesome.
She should.
It'd be awesome.
She should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she could get the Native American votes.
Well, she,
Sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face.
Well, she, come on. Who has more Native American, you or her?
Actually, believe it or not, I have more Native
You
American.
do.
I have Scottish and German descent. Descent?
You're of Scottish and German
There
descent.
you go. Thank you very much. And I have more Native American in me. Now, backstory. Mom's grandpa. So I guess I know my great grandpa worked on the trains, bringing them across the United States. And he ended up marrying a Native American along the way.
Okay.
And so that's how. Now, it's not documented because you couldn't get married, I guess, while you were working on the train lines. There was a thing about that or something. So it was never really fully documented, but there is documentation. There's paperwork. There's this. Now, what nationality? We don't know. Nation? We don't know. because there was no official documentation because it was not well accepted back then. But still, I've got a better story than she does, and I've got a better bloodline than she does.
I don't know how. No pun intended. Oh, God. All right. Last thing before we're out.
Yeah.
What about this? Vance
Okay.
with Donald Trump Jr. as a ticket. Vance and Donald Trump Jr. They're good friends. It was Donald Trump Jr. who convinced his dad, President Trump, to take Vance. They get along. Donald Trump Jr. has talked about getting into politics. I mean, there are a lot. The problem the Republicans have, they have so many good people. But what about a Trump Vance ticket again?
Well, it'd have to be a Vance Trump ticket at that point. But honestly, I think they're too young. They're not too young historically.
It's
not by a long
off,
shot. But I think people will feel that they aren't enough.
I don't know. I think Vance's generation. I mean, I don't know how old Vance is. I think he's in his 50s.
No, isn't Vance in his 40s? Could be wrong.
No, I think he's in his 50s. Let me check this out.
Oh, he looks damn good for 50s.
All right, here we go. ChatGPT. He's only 40. Wow, that's young.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't realize Vance was that young.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, but he's going to be 44 by the time it runs around. So,
and
I really
Trump
think...
Jr. is mid-40s right now?
Hang on. Let me take a look
Isn't
here.
he like 40? I'm going to say 42 to 44.
He's 47.
Oh, wow. He
He's
looks good
47,
for his age.
so he looks great.
Damn it. He's damn near my age. That sucks.
Yeah, he and look how good he looks.
I know.
And look how, well, anyways, you have a look.
I have a face for radio.
Do we have a voice for radio? That's the question.
No.
All right.
No. I have the typical white serial killer voice.
Oh, great. Great. All right. Train out. We will see you next time. By the way, before we go, click the subscribe button at the bottom right. We would really appreciate it. We really want to grow our channel. And if you think we earned it, hit that button. Thank you.
Night, y'all.